right, so hello there. We're currently doing our technical checks. Well, Blake's doing our technical checks as our technical.
Because I'm the only person who knows how to Facebook Live.
Okay, once again, we know how to Facebook Live, but your phones are better than ours.
Yeah, legit. I'm using the Galaxy S7 still.
I'm a Galaxy S4. Shut up.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's 6 years old. Yeah. I was like, I think I win this. Even though you guys are shitting on your own phones, I think I win.
My phone randomly
do.
forgets how to make phone calls.
You do.
Alright, guys.
Get anime phone calls?
It forgets how to make phone calls.
Oh,
anime
make-
phone
Yikes.
calls.
Actually, when I went to the 7, I moved from a GS3.
Dear ConCulture fans, this is our special episode dedicated to Avengers Endgame. Took us forever to do it because we're all so busy we can never seem to get in the same room for more than 20 minutes.
So we had to do this at a con.
In a room they weren't using.
Yes.
Yep. This is Elizabeth Davis. This is Bruce Coulson.
And we're the Blake Barnetts.
Yeah, I'm Blake
These are
Barnett
just-
and he's
these
Blake
are just
Barnett.
name placards that were left here because me and Denver left ours at home, and well, we kidnapped Claudia from somewhere.
There you go.
I didn't kidnap her from anywhere. I took
Anywhere-
her to the Oakland Park Nursery because she wanted to go.
Yeah,
And
I
then I
more
said,
dragged
hey.
you there though, and then you dragged me here.
And then I said, hey, do you want to go to a con for 2 hours?
She was like, "Yeah."
Here I is.
So, Avengers Endgame. In our usual quorum of things, what'd you guys think of Avengers Endgame?
I
Loved it.
loved it a lot.
Fantastic.
I had a pretty much consistent heart on the whole movie.
The movie was
I
very
liked
much...
the nostalgia flashbacks. I liked that it wasn't all action.
That was America's ass.
It was.
Absolutely, that was America's ass.
You kind of notice that Ant-Man's kind of a kiss ass when it comes to Captain America. He goes, "Don't listen to him, Cap. That's America's ass."
But I like that, like, it had a real good story as opposed to just being all action.
I really love how we didn't get an image. We knew they were going to do Professor Hulk from the action figure releases and the posters, so we knew that was what was going to happen.
Yes.
But I really love the impact that he had. He was just, hey
Hey,
I'm
everyone.
the Hulk.
Say green!
I love one of my favorite parts with him is when he's fumbling over everything, trying to get it to work. Like, he's still genius, but like his hands are so big he can't fix.
He's like, it's
Yeah.
time travel. Either none of it's a joke or all of it is.
Yeah.
Did he turn into a baby? Yeah, it's gonna happen. Well, I mean, time travel, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like,
So positive about every single little thing.
I peed in my suit. I don't know which me it was, but one of me peed in my
I
suit.
don't know if it was old me or little me.
I love this, and that's gonna be our last Stan Lee flashback.
Yeah.
The
I
last
thought they
Stan
had
Lee
already
cameo.
recorded it.
I thought we had a cameo for him in Far From Home.
Did we?
I
thought
thought
they said that was the last one filmed. Maybe I'm wrong.
I thought he had already filmed his for Far From Home.
I just hope that when, now with Stan Lee gone and they had him being Uatu, that they do Original Sin.
That would be very
It's
cool.
a comic series. If you haven't read Original Sin, it's about the death of Uatu and who killed him. That would be amazing.
Yeah. But they'd have to get Iron Man back. You
Yeah,
know?
well, they're gonna. I mean, there's the possible. So there's. By the way, spoilers. Spoilers. It's been like 3 weeks now. Get over
Yeah.
it. Spoilers.
If you haven't watched Endgame, don't watch this.
Don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, at the end after Tony dies, I mean, we all saw the boy at the end. I left the theater like, who the fuck was that weird looking blonde
It was
guy?
the kid from the
The
third
kid from
movie.
the third movie.
Yeah.
So I found that by googling the cast list
Yeah.
and scrolling through it, going, aha!
Yeah.
So that's a hint to maybe they're gonna do Iron Lad as the next Iron Man, which could be doable. I can see that being a reason.
Is he going to shoot people with potato guns?
Yes.
He's gonna use a arc reactor version of a potato gun.
That would be
So
interesting.
it shoots a giant potato?
I also see a lot of hope for them doing Ironheart, which is actually my favorite Iron Man spinoff character because she's just like Riri Williams. She's a mechanic. Oh, and friends with Tony Stark's corpse.
I feel like they're going to do... why can I not think of his name?
I know in the movie.
Rhodey's...
Oh yeah, War Machine.
War Machine. I wanted to say Arsenal, and I'm like, this is DC. This is not the right name.
Right.
Not even close.
I really love how in the first Iron Man movie, technically the War Machine was what he was fighting. That was War
Yes.
Machine.
Yeah.
And then later Rhodey shows up in a new sleeker War Machine, which was cool.
Yeah. The original War Machine suit is huge.
Yeah. Well, the original Iron Man suit is huge, and I love that he
Yeah.
did that in the first Iron Man.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
also, if you heard the end credit, you know how there was no end credits, so there was an end something. It's just the sound of him hammering on the iron from the beginning of Iron Man 1. That's what that sound is at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I made us stay to the very end.
Yeah, I stayed with me and Denver did too, and went,
There's
well, that
nothing.
was nothing. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
They made a big deal like there's something at the end of the movie. The sound of iron hitting a hammer.
No,
Ooh.
no, dude. I knew that every time I would stay and watch, I'd be like, what if there isn't one? Eventually, they're just gonna not put one, and I was right.
I was still disappointed.
No,
though.
my theory
Dude, when they're
is
sitting
that
around
Far
eating
From Home
shawarma in the
is
beginning.
the end credit scene of Endgame. That whole movie is the end credit scene for Endgame.
Which what?
Far From Home?
Spider-Man
Oh,
Far From
mhm.
Home that comes out next month.
Yeah. It's
Does it come
good.
out in June or July?
I thought July.
July, so 2
We can go
months.
see it at the drive-in, like opening night, because they're doing opening nights at the drive-in now, which is cool. We just have to like get in line.
He really
That's
likes the
awesome.
drive-in.
I love the drive-in.
We will have to kind of like break your like drive-in.
Yeah, he won't go to the
I've never
drive-in.
been to one.
I've never been to the drive-in without having sex at the drive-in.
Dude, you can't say that.
Claudia, if he scares you in a rapey fashion, you can come with me and my family.
I appreciate
My
that.
daughter will cling to you. But yeah, so
No, I did say I went the one time I didn't have sex.
so the movie
But
had
generally.
the movie has a ton of characters in it. What was your guys' favorite character like action in that?
Oh,
Hawkeye was my favorite character.
he's so much better in this movie than the previous movie.
And dude,
Yes.
him being Ronin was one of my
Yeah.
favorite
This
parts of the
this
movie.
angry Hawkeye was great.
Yeah.
I like this. I really like the scene when Black Widow's just asking about Rhodey about him. He's like, dude, like I don't think he's okay.
Did you know? It was
he murdered
they
everyone.
It could have been a road group. It was definitely Clint though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I also loved Captain America with Thor's hammer, though.
Yes, that
His
was
face
so
and shield
amazing.
In Avengers 2, you know, there's a scene where everyone's trying to pick up the hammer
And
and can't do it. He
and it
goes,
moves.
nah.
No, he tries to and it moves.
Right, but he definitely like fakes it. Like even Thor could see like, oh okay, because Thor knew he could wield it. He's so
Yeah.
like,
One of my favorite parts of the movie is when Thor is like, wait a minute.
Yes.
Because he's back in time.
So
with
it's funny,
Asgard.
at the end of the movie when Captain America leaves with the hammer, I didn't think about that. I'm sitting there like, but what about Mjolnir? And then I realized, oh yeah, he had to take it back.
Yeah.
But I spent
Yeah.
like 3 days like trying to theorize it's gonna come back in some crazy way.
No.
And then I went, he's destroyed. I'm an idiot.
He had to take it back or else Thor wouldn't have had it the whole time.
Honestly, not long after that, Thor didn't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thor doesn't need a weapon anymore. He has like
Right. That's
he
the
has
crazy.
the Odin
That's
force.
that's what makes that's what made Infinity War so weird. He didn't need the axe.
Yeah, he had the Odin force. That's the whole point of
But-
Ragnarok.
Right.
The
I
whole
like-
point of an entire movie.
I like
previous.
where we're taking Thor, the Asgardians of the galaxy.
I'm glad he's staying on.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
dude! And right after release day, he releases a tweet saying, "Oh, I'll be in as many Marvel movies as they ask me to be in."
He loves it.
Yeah. And
Have you guys ever seen the videos of him being a dad though?
oh, that sounds terrible.
No.
It's really funny.
I love his.
He's
roommate
really good
videos.
with his kids.
I love
like-
the Thor's roommate.
No,
videos.
like actual Chris
Like
Hemsworth.
I've seen
I thought you meant-
some pictures of like him like dangling his kid over his shoulder by
He's
his foot.
just so big.
Yeah.
He's a big man.
He actually just released a workout app that it will
Is
take
it called
you
Get
through-
in Shape with Thor?
No, it's something brought to you by
Get
Chris
Thor
Hemsworth.
with Thor.
All of his personal
Thor.
trainers helped make it, and like it literally goes through like the diet that the dietitian that he used and like all this stuff.
All the food we can't afford because we're poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it when rich people get in great shape because they're awesome dietitian plans and they're 16 personal trainers and they're
Yeah.
rich people.
Yeah.
I know that I would get in much better shape if I had a personal trainer. You know, they're motivating me because
Come on,
it's
Denver.
motivation.
Come on, Denver.
Okay.
Come on.
So
He needs somebody that he's gonna take.
I decided to
seriously,
start
not
trying
you.
to work out some, and I started to do some calisthenics. I sprained my back doing sit-ups.
Then I told him what he should do instead of sit-ups. That'll help him out a lot. Leg lifts.
Yeah.
Leg lifts.
Those are painful.
They are, but they'll
Yeah, but
they'll
when you're-
cover so much, bro.
Yeah.
They'll get your abs to the point where you in your back to where you can't.
I want
do
my
sit-ups.
ass to look better. That's all.
That's
Shut
not
up and
America's
understand
ass.
a lot.
That's not America's ass.
Okay, me and stairs don't get along. How many times have I fallen down them?
Just go up the stairs, go down the stairs. Go up the stairs, go down.
I have seizures, Blake.
So we were at a party last night.
Tie a rope to yourself, and that way if you fall, it'll stop you.
So my favorite character interaction in the movie, God, it's so tough. Probably Rocket.
Yeah.
Rocket and Thor's whole journey into Asgard.
Yeah.
That was so good.
He's like,
Right.
aren't you drunk already? Can't you get drunk when we get home?
Rocket Raccoon is the hero we deserve.
Which is funny because he never wants to be the hero.
Well, it's like they're talking about like, well, yeah, we all lost everybody, bro. All of us. We all lost everybody, bro. I lost everybody.
He's the only one left.
Um,
His only friend is freaking
Nebula.
Nebula.
No, I was
and
kind of
nobody
bummed.
wants her to be.
I was
their
kind
friend.
of bummed that Nebula isn't the one that really bested Thanos, because that was something I was looking forward to from the comics.
Yeah, they said that it was going to be nothing like it.
I know, but it was still like I was hoping.
I'm also glad that when Captain stood up and he was doing his like what looked to be his last stand against Thanos, in the comic, Thanos just snapped him.
Thanos just whooped his ass. He put up a good fight till Thanos whooped his ass. But
Yeah, but in this one, all of a sudden, everyone just walked in out of those portals, and there was like, Doctor Strange got them a whole army of wizards.
Yeah. Which, like, I didn't even think about it. Like, until those showed up, I didn't even think about the fact that they did bring everybody back already.
so I had thought about at first I wasn't sure if it worked, like if it really worked. I mean, I saw the phone call and Clint was all excited, and then all hell broke loose. I will say the way all hell broke loose was amazing.
Yes.
Because it just happened
Yeah.
very quickly with zero warning. We're just like, and boom, holy fuck. That was also probably the best Hawkeye moment of all time, because Hawkeye saved the fucking universe.
Yeah.
And everybody saved Spider-Man. Spider-Man's running for dear life and everybody protects him.
Like, combat mode engaged. Yes! Yes! Engage it! Engage it! Please!
I like how they brought back Gamora. It kind of breaks their own timeline universe if you think about it, because now she's
Yeah.
not going to be there for the Guardians in the beginning.
Yep.
But that's in another timeline. So they broke one timeline to have Gamora in theirs.
Yeah.
So maybe that's going to be a later, like Guardians 4. The other timeline is going to show up and it's going to be like the Dark Guardians of the Galaxy because Gamora wasn't there to like be their heart.
That actually would be really cool.
Wouldn't
Be
it?
fun.
Evil Peter Quill versus good Peter Quill.
Some of my favorite
Not bad.
Some of my favorite things were having chubby Thor.
Thor Lebowski was
Yeah, oh no,
definitely
as
my
soon as
favorite.
Iron Man goes, out of the way, the Big Lebowski. I lost my shit.
And I really liked how, like, he just gets on, like, the Xbox headset, like, this is
Noob
cool.
Master.
Yeah.
Noob Master.
I think, but
69.
so it's also something I liked and didn't like, because I think they kind of drug it out a little too.
Yeah, they
they
did way too
overplayed it
much.
a lot. It in the beginning was hilarious because he blamed himself. He had been just drinking, and the whole thing of him just chilling on the couch with his friends,
Playing
Is he
video.
playing
Fortnite
video
in the
games.
background?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and then yelling at some kid. That was great. That was a
Yeah.
great moment. But then, like,
I don't know. The talk. I think the talk with his mother was something that brought it full circle because
I
he
like
wouldn't have
that.
been okay without that.
yeah,
Like if you think about it, he really wasn't okay in Ragnarok.
No, he was not.
He wasn't. He wasn't
He was
okay
a
because
mess.
his mommy died, and he was mommy's favorite.
And then another thing I liked but also didn't like is that they gave the shield to Falcon and not
Bucky.
Bucky.
Ah,
But
there's
my
so
brother,
many-
my brother gave me a clue on that. Like, literally, he's a terrorist in this universe. Like, you can't have Captain America running around as somebody who was definitely labeled a terrorist.
Also, like
Yeah.
we're still not 100% sure that Zemo isn't going to come back.
Yeah.
And Zemo could definitely turn him back into the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I really want Zemo to come back. I didn't like how they did Zemo,
But
but
he wasn't in a purple suit.
I could get over the purple suit thing. His plan
He
was
wasn't
not
even a
Zemo.
Baron.
His
He
plan
wasn't
was
even a
more-
Baron.
His plan was more Taskmaster, less.
Who was the Russian version of Captain America? Like the Iron Star or something?
Yeah, something. I know who you're talking about. Siklin something. It was weird. He didn't appear much in regular comics.
Right. But I remember him showing up like in a couple times in Captain America.
But I mean, Bucky is one of my favorite people. Just the actor who plays him and like what they've done with him has been fantastic in the whole journey.
Yes.
So I really wish the shield could have gone to Bucky, but I think Bucky's gonna help Falcon.
Winter
So
Soldier.
I think they'll both.
Winter
kinda
Soldier was
take them
definitely
out.
the best MCU second movie, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
Because I didn't really like Captain America. It was okay. Captain America was okay. It was just long and dry.
Mhm.
And then you get Winter Soldier, which is 100% action the entire
It's one of my
fucking movie.
favorites,
And then it
yeah.
pauses randomly and goes, butt joke. And then right back to
Yeah.
So out of all, like, because they did a Thor trilogy, an Iron Man trilogy,
Captain America
Captain
trilogy.
America trilogy, and I think
Captain
the Captain
America.
America trilogy is definitely
But
the most solid.
Captain America is what pulls the whole thing together.
Yes.
They used Captain America to not only show how the Avengers were going to start, because they introduced all these characters that made all this stuff possible because it was in the past. Then they used like the Captain America trilogy to really pull everything together.
And tear it apart.
Yeah. But I mean, it did pull the story together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He was definitely the team's glue. I do think that Captain Marvel won't be the team's glue because she's more involved in other issues.
Yeah.
She'll definitely be a huge part of the Avengers. I assume she's going to take a leadership role when shit gets weird, considering she's now the oldest Avenger.
Yeah.
So I really think that we're going to see Scarlet Witch come to prominence now.
That'd be awesome.
I really
love
don't like
that.
their Scarlet Witch. She's not I mean, if they do House of M and she brings mutants into existence, I'll forgive their Scarlet Witch. But Scarlet Witch is one of my favorite mutants
I love who
from the
they have
comics.
playing her,
I do
though.
love who they have playing her.
She makes a great Scarlet Witch. It's just
Absolutely.
the way she's written.
She's
is weird.
hot. She's hot.
So is
Stop.
Scarlet Witch.
So she's hot.
She's always been hot in the comics.
Yeah. Oh man, I was a big fan of the '60s X-Men, and they first introduced her in their original Brotherhood episode or their episode issue. She's just like tits. She's just tits, and her power is bad luck. And I'm like, that's a woman I would date. She's got big tits, and she causes bad luck.
So that's every woman you have dated.
Every woman I've dated,
It's even the woman you married.
even the woman I married.
One of my biggest dislikes was that Stark didn't Stark his way out of things. Like, I didn't like that Captain Marvel saved him.
Well, okay, he tried. Him and Gamora tried everything they feasibly could.
Whoa, Nebula.
Yeah, sorry, Nebula. You're
Nebula.
Right. You're right,
Yeah.
Nebula. Like, that's what they're doing. They're in there working, they're trying. They did everything.
Yeah, but
imaginable.
with him dying, I think him figuring out a way to get out of it would have been real reminiscent of the first movie.
But really the key element of this movie is how that Tony Stark really represents the humanity of their whole team. Like, Cap's the leader. He's Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay? Tony Stark is their humanity. He's the thing that makes them different.
And sometimes humans fail.
Oh,
He's
he's caused a
despite
lot
their
of issues.
best
Plus,
efforts,
also,
they fail.
that made the argument when they do get him back really relevant. Like, no. We lost, guys. That's why we're the Avengers. Because we avenge. Not the pre-Avengers.
It definitely lent his argument that
Credence.
they lost credence. Exactly.
They lost the whole thing.
Plus, that whole scene with Thor and Captain Marvel was hot. Where he pulls the hammer and she don't flinch. She's in that tank top.
I like this one.
I've always thought Brie Larson was hot. And then this movie just made me think she was way hotter.
You guys have seen the pictures of her ass next to Tom Holland's ass, though?
What do they have to say?
Tom Holland.
No,
has a better
Tom
ass.
Holland's ass is better. She's got
But her
such a
boobs are-
flat ass.
Her boobs are better.
Well, than Tom Holland's, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not better than Scarlett Johansson's, but let's be real here.
I did enjoy the fight scene between Black Widow and Hawkeye, like over who was going to sacrifice himself.
I didn't really care who died.
I didn't either.
I just
That
liked
was the
scene.
one thing. I think it would have been better if it was Captain America and Iron Man that went there.
So-
because no one told Captain America that Red Skull was there. He just shows up and is just like,
I am your guide to things that cannot. Fuck! You're still alive, dude.
God damn it!
I thought I killed you.
Yeah.
I didn't know he's still.
No, he didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's not even really alive. He's more like a specter.
So according to
Yeah.
the Russo brothers, that the Red Skull will now continue to be a villain for the series because after the events of Infinity War, he's released from there.
That makes sense.
Oh.
So now he could be back as a villain at any time.
But it would have been so funny to just watch Steve Rogers just be like, "Fuck!"
So to me, what was really important to get to remember is they were the buddy combo. Like think back to their conversations in the first Avengers movie. where they're like, this really reminds me of, I don't remember the incident they're always
Yeah.
talking about.
They're-
But then he's like, I remember that incident a little bit differently.
Actually, I think they're talking about Paraguay.
Yeah, Paraguay.
Anyway, they're just firing and fighting,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's just like, I remember that a lot different than you, apparently.
The two of them were absolutely best.
Yeah, it was
friends.
never a romance thing. Like, a lot of people were talking about, like, I think
no.
they had a thing going
No,
on.
no.
That's the bro code right there.
No,
She was
they
the
were
only.
bros.
She was the only one who knew that he had a wife.
Yeah. Her kids knew.
Well, yeah,
they
knew
knew who
her-
he was, or she
Well,
was.
Yeah, and they called her auntie
Yeah.
like Natalie.
As where, you know, Tony, the rest of them show up and they're like, Daddy,
Really?
who are these people?
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, they knew who they were, but they
Right.
didn't like know. But like, no one else knew
Yeah.
them.
No one else knew they existed
Yeah,
either.
and that was the point.
Right. The scene in the beginning was a little much of the gut wrench for me. Because you knew it was going to happen when the scene started. He's playing with his family. You knew what was coming.
Yeah.
You knew it.
But nothing could prepare you for the look, and that's why Jeremy's such a good actor. The look in his face when he hears her ship turn to dust. Honey?
Well, he had no idea where anybody was.
Right, he's looking around, and you could just see look in his face.
What I want to know is how long it took him to figure out what actually did happen.
The panic and the devastation that
Yeah,
he showed.
no,
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
that
he,
was
he would have
genuine.
had to have
Yeah.
gone
He
somewhere
knew-
else to figure out
he
what
knew
happened.
that something was wrong. Like, he
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
that they were gone.
But he didn't know what happened.
Right.
Like,
He
I
just
wonder
knew-
how long it took him to actually figure out what happened.
He probably got on the phone with somebody. He probably was able to get Black Widow on the phone at some point.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, okay, I need you to take a deep, calm breath. Stop yelling. I don't think that he's out. I know his contract, he has 2 more movies on it.
One of them is his standalone movie.
Which is going to be great. I know
Yeah.
they're doing a Scarlet Witch prequel movie, but they announced that she's
Or
not getting
Black
any-
Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow.
Yeah, they're not bringing her back.
Yeah, which I honestly think is a great move. Like,
Mhm.
don't get me wrong, I love Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
When she first showed up in Iron Man 2, I was right there with Tony Stark. I want one.
But no, I think it is the right move to eliminate her.
And it was the right move to get rid of not only Tony, but Cap, which
Well,
we all know Cap.
Absolutely.
We all know that Chris Evans didn't want to do it anymore.
No, neither did Robert Downey Jr. So the deal they made with him, which blew up all over the internet, he got 2% of the proceeds from Endgame.
Wow.
He never has to work again.
Yeah.
Ever. Ever. He's gonna be living off that for the rest of his life. He could retire now.
But I mean, like, he isn't one of the people that, like, really wants to stop doing it. He just knew that it needed
Oh,
to
well,
be.
no, he also, like, so when they were filming Iron Man 3, he got hospitalized twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just so old now.
Yeah.
He did so much terrible stuff to his body when he
But
was younger.
I mean, he is Tony Stark. I mean, like, that is what saved
Oh,
his
right.
That's
Well,
what
to me,
saved
that's,
his career.
That's what made the MCU happen.
Yeah.
Let's be 100%.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be an MCU. The success of Iron Man is what made it all happen.
Yep.
Because other attempts like the Hulk movies,
Yeah.
we're not so good. So we had Iron Man was successful. We had a pretty good Hulk movie, which was the Incredible Hulk movie, except the actor wasn't the man for the job.
Yeah.
You know,
That movie wasn't bad.
That
though.
movie wasn't
Okay.
bad.
The writing of that movie was
So-
bad. The first Hulk movie doesn't even make sense.
So Endgame is up to $2.5 billion.
So that's $2 million that he
He would have made $250 million.
made. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Someone just randomly walked in our filming session. Nothing weird.
She got really scared too.
Luckily, it's one of the people that actually knows who we
Yeah,
are.
like, oh, they must be doing something important.
This is blankly
Should be like, hey, would you like to join us?
Like, I'm pretty sure, like, at this point then, that Endgame has topped Titanic.
Oh, Endgame is the most successful movie ever made now.
Yep.
Has it topped Avatar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
Oh, guys, did you hear?
I couldn't
Avatar
remember.
2's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited for
What are
Are
Avatar.
you
Okay.
totally gonna go see that?
It is, okay, it's
what are they
not
gonna s-
Avatar 2, it's Pocahontas Part 2.
There's
What are they
Pocahontas
gonna-
Part 3.
When are they going to steal the script from this time? Is it just
The
gonna be
second
Frozen?
Pocahontas animated movie?
It's horrible. What are they going to do? Take her back to Earth? She wouldn't be able to breathe.
Nope, it still hasn't beat Avatar.
It hasn't? It's close.
Avatar is 2.7 billion.
It's close.
It's close.
Avatar was also in theaters for like 6 months.
Yeah.
I honestly think
If you look at opening night, it is the most successful opening night of any movie ever.
Yes,
It's only
it
been
is.
out for a few weeks.
Yeah.
So, and we know it ain't going anywhere.
Okay, yeah.
anytime soon.
So they're Avatar, Avengers Endgame, Titanic, and then Star Wars: Force Awakens, and then Infinity War.
And then Jurassic World, and then Avengers, and then Fast and Furious 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why was Jurassic World in there?
Jurassic World was a very successful theatrical release.
Actually,
Isn't that impressive?
three
I liked the-
Avengers movies
I
are in
liked
the top
the
10.
second Jurassic World better.
Because
Me too, but for a Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic World was pretty good.
I hope they keep making them though, because I really want to find out what happens.
I really enjoyed Jurassic World. That was the kind of monster movie I wanted when we got it.
Besides Godzilla, which is coming out soon.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's
That
coming
comes out
soon.
at the end of the month,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
Yes.
looks good.
Coming out
That
soon.
does look good.
We have to go see it. And we
We
need to see
do.
the drive-in because
Why
my
are
daughter
you
loves
touching
Godzilla
me?
too.
Because he wants your body.
I want your body to come with us to go see Godzilla.
But yes,
Moving on.
One of my favorite things about Endgame, though, is definitely the parallels between Stark and Tony. Or
Oh.
Stark and Thanos.
For sure.
Like, they are, like, complete opposites.
Well, do you remember in Infinity War? You know, as he's fighting with Tony, he goes, "You and I are both people who are burdened with knowledge." What does he fucking mean? That line is so leading and confusing. What does he fucking know, man?
But, I mean, he goes... But in the end of Endgame, he goes, "I'm inevitable."
Yeah.
And then Tony goes, "And I am Iron Man." And
Which, by the way, is just
yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean, Tony ends just like how he ended his first movie. I am Iron Man.
Yeah.
To me, no. The thing that really did it with me, there was two things that happened that made me just about break out into tears. When Pepper is standing over me, she goes, "It's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yes.
fine."
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, that
"Oh my
killed me.
god!" And then in the funeral, when the hologram says, "Love you 3000," because that's totally something my daughter would say to me. I can definitely see River tell me some shit like that.
Well, it's like Peter going up like, "It's okay, Mr. Stark. We won. Yeah, I mean, it'll be okay." And he's panicking because he knows Tony isn't getting back up,
No.
and he's coming to that realization.
I think.
Well, there was a whole reason why the Hawk was the one that was supposed to do it.
Yeah, I think that.
Because he's the only one who could have survived
I
it.
think Thor could have survived it.
Yeah, probably.
But at that moment, they didn't have a choice. It
Yeah.
had to be
Yeah.
Tony
Well,
because
he
of
was
his
the only-
nanotech suit.
Yeah.
I actually would argue that Peter Quill could have survived it too.
So, okay, remember,
Because
he
he's
had to have
celestial.
people help him absorb the power of one stone that
Yeah.
would have killed him.
Right, but
he
that-
couldn't have handled the gauntlet.
But that was before he awakened to the fact that he's a Celestial.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, one, he didn't fully awaken to being a Celestial. He really didn't. That whole process got stopped because what was happening was he was being absorbed by his crazy Celestial father.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still stand by, he couldn't have handled that any better.
How do you guys feel about the time travel aspect?
I like the way they did it. I love how they skipped the whole stupid time travel argument. They're like, no, that's not how time travel works. That's dumb. Like, it's just a stated fact. This is how it works, you dumbass.
Yeah. Well, they actually used an actual time travel theory by, I wrote it down, Hugh Everett, the many worlds theory.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's an actual, they actually used an
I didn't know
actual
that.
theory
That's cool.
of time travel. Which
Wait a
is-
minute. So Back to the Future is bullshit?
Yeah. Because Back to the Future is based on the Copenhagen
Yeah.
theorem. And,
Where you stay in the same timeline.
Right, and I'm very much a revisionist, which is many worlds.
Yeah.
I love it how he explains too. He says, no. So when you go to the past, that isn't your past. That's your future. when you go, it just doesn't work that way. That's just, nothing works like that.
Tony's scene with his dad.
Yeah.
That scene was pretty cool.
That was great.
Yeah.
And so I think that when Pepper told him that he needs to do this because he won't be okay if he doesn't do this, I think she knew he was going to die. I think she was aware of what this would lead to.
I can see that.
I don't think she knew he was going to die.
But she knew there was at least there was a good
She
chance.
knew there was a
She
chance
she
he
knew
was
that
gonna
this
die.
may be the last conversation that they were going to have together. So they probably got their freak on before he left. The next day.
I did enjoy the joke of, "That's your mommy's helmet. She never makes anything I make for her."
She never likes anything I make for her. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
And then she's wearing
showed
the
up
suit.
Yeah.
in full
Yeah.
rescue armor, actual comic true rescue armor.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I had because I've always thought she's kind of hot,
Yeah.
and that when the mask pops up and it's her face, I'm like, oh god, oh, I hit the chair in front of me. Okay, I'll be all right. I know a lot of people were griping about the all-female attack scene. I thought that was cool. As
It was
fuck.
cool.
I don't think that they have any room to gripe.
I
really
do.
don't.
I do like that they didn't talk about it beforehand too.
Yeah.
It just happened.
We talk about that all the time. Like, there's no point of having a gay character, a strong female character,
If you're just gonna harp on it.
if you have to talk about it all the time.
Because
It doesn't help.
you diminish
Let
what,
it
what
stand
it is.
for what it is, and people can use it the way
That's
they
actually why I
want.
really like Kevin Feige, because he said from the beginning that one of his key reasons for being there is fixing what Joss Whedon did, but also that he really wants to do an all-girls Avengers movie because his favorite comic book characters were the female heroes.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I just don't want to hear this is the greatest thing for females ever.
You mean like
It's-
Wonder Woman?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
which is a
horrible.
horrible movie.
It was just Captain America. It was the plot line to Captain America with
Wonder
a female
Woman was
without the Red
subpar.
Skull.
And I'm worried that Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be just as subpar.
They're coming out with another.
1984.
Yeah,
They've
they're
been
filming
working
it
on it
right
for
now.
a while.
See, the original Wonder Woman that just came out was so overhyped for me because everyone was like, "Oh, it's
and
my
they
favorite
made it out
movie," and then
like
it's
if this movie
it
isn't
wasn't
good,
that
women
great.
are being put back like 20 years.
Like,
They acted like it was the cure to business.
It wasn't a good movie. I don't care to say it. I did not like it. I probably will never watch it again.
I'm right there with you. Even my wife, who was like, "No,
I liked-
She's the daughter of a goddess, so it's
She
really great."
is a great Wonder Woman.
She is.
It has nothing to do with that. She is a fantastic Wonder Woman. She is some of my favorite
Gal
parts.
Gadot's really hot.
Yeah.
She's some of my favorite parts in
Everything she's in.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
Justice
look at her.
League. She did fine in.
And and I like the fact
No, she's a good
That's-
actress.
Gal Gadot, they're actually playing on the fact that at one time she was a soldier. She served in Israel's military.
That's cool.
So
Yeah.
she has a background as
That
a
gives
warrior.
Drop and Give Me 20 a whole new meaning.
You didn't know that she was in the Israeli military?
No, but so you ever watch the show Weeds?
Yes.
So there's a
No.
whole section of a season with the woman from the Israeli military
Yeah.
that's having sex with her brother-in-law.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I
her.
think of as soon as he says that. I'm a bad man.
That's funny. That's really funny.
I'm a bad man.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
That show.
you know what I mean. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You get why. Yeah.
Yep.
She gets it.
Yep.
At least I'm not alone in this.
I love that show.
So, what was your favorite part?
Of the whole movie?
Or just some of them?
Yeah, or like your favorite, something
Something-
spectacular.
yeah.
Somebody else go first.
We've all gone.
We've
Yeah,
all
we've
gone
already been
already.
talking
I
about
mean,
them.
one of the first one I mentioned was definitely seeing Captain America fighting with the hammer. That's really one of my favorite
Is there
scenes.
there
too.
another scene
But-
you could make reference to, maybe?
Don't be an ass.
I don't know who else to be.
One that you guys haven't mentioned yet.
It could be one we mentioned.
Yeah, if we've mentioned, I mean, we do
We've
that to
mentioned a
ourselves all the
lot,
time.
yeah.
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 Okay, how about something you didn't like?
Didn't like. There was definitely several of
She's not used to doing this.
I can't. Yeah, I know.
Just
Come
break
on,
out.
Bruce Coulson.
You'll get used to it.
Come on, just say a thing right now about the movie you didn't like. It could be something really mundane.
I don't know. I'll come back to
Okay,
it.
what about Ant-Man?
I loved Ant-Man in it.
I
loved
love
his
what
little
I didn't like
whiny
is
scene
that his
when,
daughter played no role. They made such a big deal about her being in this movie, and then what? She was there for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or his little whiny scene in the diner where he's no one recognizes him.
Yes, actually, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
Also,
Ant-Man-
I've never seen Ant-Man, the movie. I haven't seen that one yet.
Really?
But
You haven't seen either of them, have you?
no. So there's actually two.
'Cause-
Yeah.
Oh God.
There's Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, I liked Wasp, the little bit that she played in it, but I had to ask you.
I mean, where she
who
kicked
it
a bunch of
was.
butt. Where she kicked a bunch of butt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was fun.
Yeah. You see a lot of her.
The way they have the Wasp set up
in
is
Ant-Man
awesome.
and Wasp.
Yeah.
So it's really funny because in Ant-Man and Wasp, they're talking to Hank Pym. He's the original Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he's like, wait a minute, so you gave her blaster weapons? Why didn't you give me blaster weapons?
Oh, you probably didn't have the technology. No, I did.
I just didn't trust you with them.
That's funny.
It's really funny because Hank Pym really does not like him at all.
Well, I mean, he's the one who picked him.
He's the best man for the job.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he likes him. He definitely don't like him being with his daughter. He really doesn't like
he
that.
does not like the fact that he's dating
Though
his daughter.
I do like that his daughter wasn't dusted. And that he actually got to come home and see his daughter
Yeah.
5 years later.
And I'm assuming that means that her stepfather survived. And that's who she's been living with.
Well, we don't know.
Maybe she's been living in that house by herself for the last few years.
I mean, she would be an adult at this point.
Yeah.
Because she'd be around, with it being a 5-year jump, she'd be around 17, 18.
Yeah.
I did like him, like, coming back and, like, just him, like,
And
you
kids,
just felt
what
how
happened,
he
man?
observed the world.
Yeah.
Because
It's
he
because
just
you're just
came
like,
into it. Yeah.
what happened?
Yeah. Because for
I
him
like
it was
how you-
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I'm glad we got that perspective from someone too.
Yeah.
Because, and that's going to be a problem going forward in the MCU. We're going to have this.
Where do we go from here?
How does the world deal with the fact that half the population
Missed
was
5
gone
years.
for 5 years?
And then came back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
seeing,
I mean that's a good thing, and people are
No,
going to
right.
celebrate that. But
So it is a celebrate, but you also understand, just logistically speaking.
those people feel like it's been
No,
millions.
no. I'm talking about the mathematical logistics of now, our population is now officially doubled from where it was a year ago. How do we now reacquire the resources to feed those people? When they were having trouble acquiring resources because they were short-manned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there was a thing in that movie, and I've noticed a few times, I've noticed a couple writers of articles who said the same thing, that in the beginning of the movie when they're talking about the earthquakes in the water, that's definitely Namor.
Yes.
I want Namor movie!
He'll probably be the next big villain. I was just checking how long we've been talking.
How long have we been talking?
35 minutes.
Feels like so much longer.
it does.
It does.
So
All the panels we did this weekend, like
Move on.
the beginning is so like the beginning of them is so slow,
Yeah.
but then by the end you're like, oh wow, it didn't feel like it took that long.
we only have 15 minutes left? Fuck you.
Yeah.
There's a person that always comes in with a sign that tells us like when there's 10 or 15 minutes left.
Yeah, they were coming in. They counted the number of heads in here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because they want to keep track
I
of how
was saying,
panels are attended.
I actually was stopped by a couple of people that were in our panels,
Mm-hmm.
and they said we were fantastic. You know, the couple of people that came into our panels.
No, but people did seem to enjoy listening to us.
The panelists that I got to work with on other panels all had pretty good things to say about
One of the people I did the podcast panel with stopped us in the hall when we were
Oh,
walking
yeah.
in and was talking to me.
Okay.
And she was like, she said that she liked my input and stuff, and that the other
She
girl
got
that was
business
with us,
card?
yeah.
Yeah.
The other, she was asking if we had put up the audio yet, and I said not from this weekend yet.
That'll be my Monday morning
But
activity.
she was like telling me how she wanted to talk more about like the stuff that we do, but the other girl that was with us kept trying to talk about true crime and stuff like that.
You know,
true crime
there's-
podcasts are cool.
But there's a lot of them.
There
There
are.
is.
We all like hearing about murder. We all like to masturbate while listening to murder stories.
Okay,
Pretend
so
like we don't.
Hey, there is a there's a
find
Ted
serial
Bundy
killers-
show or movie that had Zac Efron as Ted Bundy.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was.
It was amazing.
It was very
Okay.
amazing.
Humans just have a fascination with death. I mean, it's in us. It's an instinctive thing.
We do like that. Well, okay, how about this? We know that Far From Home is coming. That's the only one that's officially coming out, because the rest of them are like hearsay.
Well, yeah.
We know that there's going to be Doctor Strange 2.
And we know that there's
I'm
going to be
excited
another
for that
Guardians
one.
of the
We
Galaxy.
know there's going to be Guardians
Yeah.
3. We know that James Gunn has been returned to the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because they realized they fucked up real bad.
No,
when
what's really
DC
fucked
tried
up.
to
What's
punch
really,
him.
no. What's really fucked up is they paid him out of his contract. So now they have to pay him for a new contract for that movie. James Gunn is like, $1 bill, y'all.
He's like,
$1
I'm sure I'll
y'all."
come back. You can pay me twice for the same thing.
The open letter from the cast who were like pretty much in mutiny.
None of them were going to come
We're
back.
not going to come
well,
back
they were,
without Gunn.
They were going to do this movie, but they were done after that.
Yeah.
Because they were signed contracts. They would have had to pay the studio if they backed out. But like literally, none of them would have come back after.
And also, the fact is that every director they tried to pin to it refused. Like, whoa, no, I don't want that ghost. You can have it.
Yeah.
So, and also he's still doing Suicide Squad 2,
Yeah, I know.
which is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And he did that Brightburn movie that I really want to see. Evil
I do
Superman.
like, because I think Gunn is going to do great things for DC.
Oh, DC needs...
Well, Juan did great things for
No, DC needs good directors. They
Yeah.
need good filmmakers.
Well,
they need
Juan
good stuff.
was
Yeah,
great.
he did. And
Yeah.
Juan was like, no, we do this my way. That's what James Gunn's going to do too. No, we will do this the Gunn way. Let's follow the Gunn principle.
shirts and stuff.
So all I'm saying is, awesome movie made by awesome man equals awesome revenue. Look at Guardians. All I'm saying.
And Guardians definitely cleaned up at the box office.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
especially
Both
the
of them.
first one.
They both are honestly pretty
Yeah.
the same as far as the way they broadcast. I think the third one, because of the controversy around it, is gonna probably be on par with maybe even Avengers 1 on its release.
It might.
Because, well, one, everyone loved Baby Groot, and the transition to Teenage Groot was pretty well received, I think.
Yeah.
I think everyone was... I want to see what version of Groot we're getting in Guardians 3, because we don't know how much time it's going to be between...
Eventually, we need to get an adult Groot back.
But we do know that
Yeah.
that Groot was dusted for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but he's going to be returning
Now,
as.
how did
teenager
Stormbreaker
then.
survive? How did Stormbreaker survive?
Because it's a part of Groot.
Because
Because it's not a part of Groot anymore.
once Groot breaks off like a limb, it's no longer part of him.
Yeah, it's an animatronic.
I remember when Groot was a villain. Groot used to be a big tree monster that destroyed cities.
Maybe he still is. Who knows?
That'd be a cool movie. The day Groot went crazy, started killing Spider-Man. He was confused because he thought they were buddies.
I'd watch that.
Groot's
Yes.
just destroying New York, and
I
like,
am
God.
Groot.
That's what they should have had him do in his teenage years.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
go crazy.
Actually, I really.
I'm rebelling.
The
No.
throwdown in Infinity War was him rebelling. Did you watch that shit? He's the best part of the movie. He's just, I'm Groot.
Wait, dude, he literally just like stabs like 7 people and then just like slams them on the ground.
All right, so
Actually,
Denver, what movie are you most looking forward to coming out in the MCU in the next phase or two?
I actually am really looking forward to the next Black Panther movie.
And we all know it's
I
coming.
think another
Yeah.
Black Panther.
That
is,
one's already filming, isn't it?
So it's one thing. The great thing about the MCU, they keep that stuff pretty well hush hush.
Yeah. I really okay. So of the things that they've hinted at we're going to get, I'm saying I would have to say I'm looking forward to the Black Widow movie.
Okay.
Are we finally going to see her naked? Probably not.
Absolutely not.
It's okay. They've got
Google
other
search
movies for
Scarlett
that.
Johansson in the shower.
We've got other movies for that.
Sure, there's some deep dives of that.
I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure someone's got a photo of it somewhere, and I'm
We're
sure
gonna-
she'll find us and
we're-
hurt us for saying
We
that.
gotta start a new channel where we just like watch Pornhub and like review. The
No,
porn.
we're just gonna call it Nip Slips RS. Just every time there's been a successful nip slip.
Wow.
See that side boob?
Review them.
That's
Actually,
my side.
the
Rank
video
them.
that we shot yesterday with Amanda was a lot about Pornhub this and Pornhub that.
No,
I
just
think
don't
we should
really
just
wanna-
review porn.
You all can review porn. I really don't like porn that much. I would be like, well, yeah, I mean, they're
Monthly
fucking.
book group, and it's like
Yeah.
a porn. You have to go home and watch.
Like, yeah,
Pornhub.
that's porn. Yeah,
So
they're definitely
like
fucking-
we're going to like
We have to
score
critique
them
it.
on their
Yeah.
on their technique.
Like,
and-
I guarantee
On their
you,
sounds?
that wouldn't feel good in real life.
Originality.
That
Yeah.
looks awful. Why is she bending that way? That's
So-
not sexual at all.
So obviously the guy is coming in going, I got your pizza here. He's getting a 1.
Whoa, listen. I'm here to fix your cable, bro. Oh, man, I
But
don't
I
have
gotta-
the right tool to fix that. I'll have to go get it out my truck.
There's so much bad porn that
I
started
tried,
that
Okay,
way.
so
It's
I read
so
an article
much.
about this. I don't really watch a lot of porn. I may have to look into this to see if it's true. Is incest porn on a rise? I
Yeah,
keep
I
seeing
think
articles
so.
about it.
Yes.
Is there a
Because
lot
of
of
Game of Thrones.
Is that why?
That's
Because everyone is like, twincest is wincest.
No, it's not cest. Ew!
Like-
That's how cross-eyed babies happen.
Stepbrother and sister stuff
That's
and like stepmom stuff has been on the rise too.
That's different, I guess.
At least they're not blood related.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's still weird.
I
though.
think every older man's fantasy is a sexy stepdaughter. I mean, I think.
I don't think
I wouldn't
so.
want to raise a child and then fuck him.
Yeah.
No. You just married the woman and she has a hot daughter.
I would assume I would just fuck my wife.
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean,
assume.
why the hell did you?
assume.
Why the hell did you just marry?
I'm
Did
really
you just
glad-
marry this woman just so you could fuck her daughter?
I mean, that is pretty creepy.
It is
This is
creepy.
why I don't watch porn.
It's
It brings up
fucking
these
creepy.
it brings up these moral questions.
Watch us get banned from Facebook for this.
No, we're not Gino. Dear Gino. We're sorry you keep getting banned from Facebook. Maybe if you showed less of what you show.
No, I guess like brother or stepbrother, stepsister makes a little more sense. Like if your parents got married and like you're the same age and you're in your 20s, like that kind of makes
I can
sense.
let that shit slide.
But why is that a porn genre? Like I understand it happening in
It's
real
such a
life.
porn genre. Apparently, from the articles that I read on, because I'll flip through Google articles sometimes, it's a big like percentage of pornography now.
Like I get how it happens. Like if that happened in real life, like I can understand.
Unfortunately,
that. Like,
that
that's
kind of
fine.
weird shit does happen in real life.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it makes sense in real
What is
life.
it?
Why are we
Woody
watching
Allen
it as a
married his
porn?
stepdaughter?
That's
Yes.
Woody Allen married his stepdaughter that he
Weird.
raised from the time she was a baby. The
Yeah.
moment she turned 18, he split up with his wife and married her. You think they weren't fucking before that happened?
That's weird.
Yeah. And he was old then.
Yeah.
Like, I have questions of how a woman could grow up with someone as their father figure and then still find them attractive.
Do you know how many
sexually.
girls I wouldn't sleep with after a second
It's-
time because they asked me to call them daddy? Do you know, or asked to call me daddy? You know how weird that is?
That is weird.
It is weird.
Nothing weird than, yeah, take it. Yeah, daddy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shh. Shh.
I'm gonna finish this time, but I'm not coming back.
And then they leave and they go, when can I see you again? I got these.
Never, daughter.
I'll call you, you don't call me.
Here's my card. Let's hand her a blank piece of paper and run. That was just something I couldn't do. That's one thing I could get down with just about anything. Not that.
This is what our podcast has become.
So the movie I'm looking forward to is Doctor Strange 2.
Okay.
Are you a Cumberbatch
Okay.
fan?
You know, I would
Would you
not.
buy a Benedict Cumberbatch real doll?
No.
If it was given to you, would you use it?
No.
Oh.
I more use it as a fact of like hiding it places to scare people or something.
Why is
Not
Benedict
like-
Cumberbatch so hard? Why?
You wouldn't fuck it?
Okay.
That's just weird. No, and I like him more from
Sherlock.
no, I actually
Sherlock
never
is
finished Sherlock.
fantastic.
It is fantastic.
It is one
I've
of my
never
favorite
finished
shows.
It, though.
It's never gonna get
But-
another season.
I know, but it's still one of my favorite shows.
It
It doesn't need another season.
I just saw the movie with him breaking Enigma. The what's it?
Oh, Enigma.
Enigma. What's the name of that movie?
Enigma.
No, that's not the name of the movie.
Isn't it like Imitation Game? Or
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
He did so well in that, and then like I went back and then
It's
saw
another one of those
Endgame.
movies that misunderstands how
Endgame.
geniuses think. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, toast. Wait, toast turns brown. Brown is the color of mustard gas. Mustard gas is poison. That weird trope in movies where they think that's how the human mind works.
Yeah.
That is not how it
That's
works.
how whoever wrote that brain works.
Toast. I smell toast.
But no, I do think he's a fantastic actor.
He is. No, he's a
Like,
wonderful
and
actor.
I really want to. I need to go back and.
Have you ever seen the video of him saying penguins?
No.
I'm gonna show you this.
It's terrible.
Or like,
Can he
You
not
know,
pronounce it or
No,
something?
he cannot.
I'm excited.
He
I
voiceover
wanna see
he
this.
What was it,
voiceovered a
penguins?
nature documentary, and he says it as penguins.
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 so I am convinced that Sherlock is just Smaug and Frodo, or Smaug and
Frodo. Yeah, Bilbo.
Bilbo got together and got an apartment in London and decided to fight crime.
Wow.
So Smaug is
Well,
Benedict.
Smaug. It's Smaug.
Smaug and Bilbo get together and decide to get an apartment
I mean, it
together.
is Bilbo.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's
is
the
Bilbo.
same actor.
Yeah.
Well, no, both of them are because Benedict voiced Smaug in the
Did he?
movie.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
forgot
Oh,
about
listen
that.
to that
Yeah.
shit. That's I heard that I didn't know that before I watched it. And I was
Ah,
I guess the one I'm looking, and so I know everyone's looking forward to the ones we already know about, but there's a few that they haven't said yet that I'm looking forward to.
There'll be
I'm
a
looking
third
forward
Spider-Man.
there's gonna be other Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to a better Captain Marvel movie. I mean, I liked the Captain Marvel movie,
I saw
but
that.
I love Captain Marvel as a character, and I just feel like.
I heard
I just don't like her haircut.
from what I
Her
understood.
new haircut? You mean her actual comic book
I
accurate
don't like
haircut?
it. I don't
You mean
like
her
it.
actual and kind of hot comic book?
No, I
It's
agree
not
with
hot.
Claudia.
It's not hot.
I think it's hot
the
because it's comic
longer
book accurate.
way
It's not
more.
hot.
It's not.
That's the only like thing that gives it some. Sort
You
of
could still grab onto her
like-
hair. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say.
She's
Is that all you care about? Is grabbing her hair and staring at her ass? That's flat.
God.
I'm not looking at her ass. I'm in her ass.
Oh.
You're not looking at her ass while you're in it. That'd be all you would see if you looked down.
What?
Is that what you said?
He got it. You did. It's okay. It's okay. I did. It's okay. Who's a good boy?
That whole
touching
conversation
me.
just was like meta.
Dear Allison Bry, I am a huge, adamant supporter of you, and the beautiful
And your
way you
flat
sing.
ass.
Beautiful way you sing. She really can sing. Her voice is sexy.
Yes. She was.
About that.
She was in Scott Pilgrim versus
Yeah,
the
Scott
World.
Pilgrim.
She really?
She's the evil ex-girlfriend.
She was Envy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. She sang Black Sheep.
Hmm.
Hello again, friend of a friend. I knew you when
Yeah.
our common goal was waiting for the world to end.
Don't look at me.
Thanks
I just don't
for
know
that
why he's
rendition
singing.
of Black Sheep.
I love that song. Shut up.
Like I got why he brought it up, but I don't get why he's singing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I sing
Then how come we never sing the intro?
because you sing the intro better.
Yeah.
Well, Blake, what?
Hey, you didn't sing the nerd culture
Well, we're not.
song.
This is ConCulture special.
This is the ConCulture special.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
up a song.
It's Claudia's turn.
Make
to
up a
sing.
song.
No, I do not want to
Come
make
on.
up a song.
Make up a song.
Special. So special.
Why did we even start a podcast?
Well, I believe I came up with the idea, and then you helped me make the idea sound better and logical, and then Denver just showed up.
Yeah.
And then Denver never left.
Pretty
And then
much.
One
I
day you
just
brought
never left.
Claudia downstairs, and we liked her.
No, you
Here I
brought
am.
her downstairs.
You brought her up. You brought her to your house, and I brought her downstairs.
Either way,
sounds real
it worked.
creepy.
Claudia's like, yeah, I'm here.
Somehow I got there.
We threatened her. We literally told her she had no choice.
I feel like we've gone really off topic, and we should probably
Come to a conclusion.
yeah.
Did you say what movie you're looking forward to most?
Yeah, Black Panther 2.
That's right.
I don't think you
It's gonna
said
be really
yours
cool.
though.
I did.
Did
Captain
you?
Marvel too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
No, we know they follow their current format. It's going to be trilogies.
Yeah.
So we know we got 2 more Black Panthers coming. We got 2 more Captain Marvels, 2 more Doctor Stranges, 1 more Spider-Man. Well,
One more
well, two
Ant-Man.
2 more. 1 more Ant-Man at least.
Ant-Man's like the one that fell in the like weirdest.
I actually love the way that they do him. The whole thing is great. Everyone says that's not the good Avengers movie. I don't agree. Ant-Man is amazing.
I need to go see him.
I like Ant-Man,
I was
but what I'm
thinking-
saying is like the way that he, like in the releases he's part of a different section of
Oh yeah.
like than all the new people.
Yeah.
Because Ant-Man came out prior to like Black Panther and all that. So
Actually,
he's like at this weird like
Crossroad.
weird like release time.
something we need to keep in mind is that Far From Home is the end of Phase 3 of 6. So we're only halfway through the MCU
That means we
movies.
got 20 more years of the MCU.
At least 20 more movies. Plus whatever TV series
Wow.
they do.
Oh, we know they're doing the Scarlet Witch series, which gives me an erection.
Are they really with her?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's going to be
And
Disney
they're gonna
Plus.
be doing the,
She just wants to be on Netflix, like her sisters refuse to be.
No, she's not going to be on Netflix. She's going to be on Disney Plus.
Did you not get my joke though?
I did
Yes.
get your joke.
Because they refused to do the Full House.
Could you blame them?
No.
Oh.
You know what?
That
I
took
think
me
what's
a
sad is
minute.
me and my wife
And they all
accidentally
like give
flipped.
him a jab
Yeah.
during the show.
Me and my wife actually accidentally flipped on Fuller House one time, and we're like, "Wow, this is garbage."
The first
It's
episode's
bad.
like the
This
first
is
episode's like
garbage.
nostalgia, and the rest of it's just like why?
Like, wow,
And every
this is.
time-
it
this
should have
is-
just been a special.
This is like the last season of Community. This is garbage.
It should have just been a special. Is what it should have
But
been.
they did call out Mary Kate
Yeah.
Basham, like, and when they all of them turned to the camera.
Hey, but you know what? They're all going to
Oh,
prison anyway, so who cares?
Yep.
Oh, poor Aunt
Not all of
Becky.
them.
Yeah.
Just did.
No, the comments that she said just proves that she's a spoiled rich white bitch, and that's her problem. That she is better than other people.
I hated seeing those. I'm just like, no, Aunt Becky. You're better
Spoiled
than
rich
that."
white people. I think that we have come to a conclusion here, and are also not spoiled rich white listeners. Thank you for not being spoiled rich white people.
I might have some spoiled rich white people on my Facebook.
A couple.
So I think that wraps it up for now.
This has been a ConCulture special.